Hello and welcome back. I am back on the channel and back at Attingham Park after what seems like a while out. Various circumstances have kept me from putting anything new onto the channel recently. The first few issues I hit were game related, and then I had some hardware issues with the recording setup, and yeah, it's just sort of been a while getting to a stage where children are sleeping well enough at night that I can take some evenings to be able to sit and play, and importantly to have the time to record and get everything edited and what have you and uploaded to YouTube. So thought I'd hit back with a live stream just to sort of get everything set up on Attingham Park. Now, you might recognise the dealership because we spent some time here before. We spent some time on Attingham just before FS22 came out and sort of cut time short to jump across to 22. So I thought it'd be really good to come back now that Attingham Park has been put over to 22. We're going to do things a little bit differently to what we were doing over there. I'm just going to rent a car so that we can head over to where we're going. Let's jump in the Kubota. That's got a good top speed. Just rent that. And there it is over there. So what I'm going to be doing tonight is mostly setting up what I'm going to be doing Let's Play wise for the next little while on here, and just sort of doing some of the sort of behind the scenes setup work that I wouldn't normally record, to give you guys a sort of look as to what goes on behind the scenes, what goes into setting something like this up, because I thought that might be quite fun for you and be quite fun for me as well to sort of talk along as I do it. I'm also thinking that actually if I have a particularly bad week at work, or with the kids not going down, or there's just a lot to get done and I don't have time to record and edit an episode, this might be a good way around that, keeping that kind of weekly upload going, even if it's only a short live stream, just to sort of keep in touch basically. So, not here, whoops, mind out. Just over here is where I was looking at for setting something up. Just want to sort of come down, have a little look and see what we're looking at down here, what we've got in way of fields, because my aim this time is to go for more of a sort of, rather than a dedicated farm as we had previously, I'm sort of wanting to head more down the like silage contractor route, so sort of cutting grass fields, selling the grass on as either animal feed or for biomass heating, and possibly selling to the biogas plant to earn some money from that as it produces methane and electricity. So we've got just down here, we've got the sell point, which we did hit a couple of times. We came down this way to sell our crops when we were here. We have, of course, in 22, we've got the production chains that we can make use of as well. So this bit here, we might just about get vehicles in to cut some grass. How far can we go? Quite far down. Oh, that's a wall. Okay. We'll try not to hit any more walls, but that's good to know. So that's where that is at a dead end. Right, so I think we're probably going to aim for this plot around here, and we've got this bit here as well. There's lots of pedestrians walking around though. So, might have to watch them if we're mowing the grass. Oh, that's a handy little cut through there as well. And we are obviously separated from the mainland by the river. Should we take a gamble? Let's see if we'll... No. Okay, that did not work out.
Uh-oh.
We'll have to recover that in the menu. Select, and let's just return that. Okie dokie. So the other thing I'm going to do is we're just going to nip into the build mode, and I want to just put in just a couple of extra sell points. We won't touch around here because that's the land we're going to be using. That is already a sell point there. So let's just head down. Basically someone's back garden, isn't it? Let's not put a sell point in there. This is the shop area. This is where we've started off, so we could potentially tuck one in here. Let's go production, selling points. Right. Sell everything, that's what we want. Ah, that counts as shop area. Oh, that's annoying. What about... We wouldn't get in there, would we? Nope. Okie dokie. Ooh, we are clipping a bit. So... Let's go in here, because this is the hotel anyway. So, let's just... Maybe there, just sort of in front of the hotel wall. That's disappearing into the ground badly. Maybe there. Okie dokie. And if we put another one... This was our old farm when we were here before. Not saying we're definitely not going to go back there, but I didn't want to start back there and kind of make it a continuation, because obviously we moved everything from here when we moved on to Port Billeron. That's the animal dealer. So I wonder if it's worth putting one in there. Maybe we just go slap bang in the middle. There we go. I need to rename these actually. Let's rename this now. Let's call this dealer. Excellent. And I'll make sure I go back and rename that one at the hotel as well. Let's have a look. What have we got here? So we've got the petrol station. That already has a sell point at the back there. So that's probably fine. In this sort of industrial-y area, there's bound to be a few. Here. That's definitely some sort of sell point. Oh, that looks like that might be a workshop, actually. Yeah, auto repairs, that's a workshop. So, let's keep going. Ooh. That looks like the perfect place for one. And what is this? That's British grain. So, let's call this, no, I don't want to sell it, whoops.
Uh-oh.
Let's call this British grain. British grain 2. Why have I come out of that? I've got to go all the way back again. Oh, I can go to the hotel this time. There we go, that one. Let's rename that hotel. Jumped out of it again. Right. Let's head over to the bottom side of the map. The idea behind doing this is that it makes prices a bit more competitive. So there's lots of choice of where to sell stuff, which will mean we'll always get the best price for it. And the second reason is, now I'm lost. Sat nav? Anyone with a sat nav? So the second reason for doing this is if we've got products from, say, production chains that we can't sell normally. I feel, yeah, that's a post office. I think that's already a sell point. If we've got products that we can't sell at the kind of in-game sell points because they're added in productions from mods, it gives us that versatility that we can sort of come along and drop stuff off. We don't then have to add in selling points in the game once we're sort of set up and playing with our money that we're earning. We are going to set up, so it's going to be basically a complete start from scratch. Let's put a sell point in here, why not? That one. We'll put it around the back of the house. Sort of hiding in the grass there. That'll be a quite tight one to get into, but maybe see if we can take some of this fence out. Nope. Okay, that'll be a fun one to squeeze into when the time comes to it then. Yeah, we might have to do a few throwing things over the fence trick. But let's get this one, rename it, and we're going to call that Lonely House. There we go. Change that name. Okie dokie. I think that's probably good. Sell point wise. Oh, now I know what we do need to add in. Near to the BGA, which is up this trail, I think. No, that's not a BGA. Okay, I'm officially lost. Oh, here's the fishing club. Wonder if we could get a sell point in here and we could have the fishing club sell point, the fish point, maybe. That's... I don't think there's any level ground for it though, that's the issue. Come down here. No, it's too uneven, I think, unless there's any spot up in there. I am sorry about the clipping. No, that's going to be far too awkward to do that up there. Okay. Unless... No, there's a fence there. Okie dokie. So, fishing club. I know the BGA is somewhere over this way in relation to the fishing club. Come along for a wild tour of Attingham from the air. There's the BGA, there we go. And just on this bit of ground, I'm going to put a slurry yard. There we go. Nice bit of concrete put down. Let's landscape that in so it looks a bit neater. We want to paint concrete. Nope. That one. Nope. That one. That's it. Let's do that. And we're just going to do a little pathway up to here, just to make it look a bit more like it belongs there. There we go. It's a bit better. Shall we? Should we do an outlet? No, we can just do an in. Let's sweep that a bit more like that. So that you're a bit more covered for sort of coming down the road there and sweeping in. Right. I think that will be that. So, as I was possibly halfway through saying, or may already have said, the idea I'm going for with this Let's Play is a bit more of a start from scratch. So now that I've put all that stuff in, the extra selling points, we're going to get rid of all the money. Let's bring this menu up. We're going to add remove money, and we're going to go equals 0. Done. Wow, that's the quickest I think I'll ever spend £1.5 million. Do you mind? Really? Bit of personal space, and you. I'm just going to stand over here. Okie dokie. So we're now gonna go into our finance menu and take out a loan, because we need to buy our land and I don't think we'll have enough money to buy machines. I think we'll have to rent some machines. So we'll need a bit of money to make sure we can achieve that. So I think 250,000 is where I'm going to start. Because that seems like you should be able to do a fair amount for that and get started at least. Right, so that's a £250,000 loan. Excellent. £250,000 back in the bank. So, oh, I shouldn't have skipped past these. There is a Kubota on sale. Oh, and there's one a bale loader as well. Right. Anyway, we can come back to that. We need to find our land. So we definitely want field 20. Which is 47,000. Oh, there might be enough for that Kubota after all. And that will give us all of that bit right down to where the little sidekick fell into the river. Don't know how that happened. It was awfully careless of someone. Bad park job, I think. Right, so let's buy that bit of land. We were also going to have this bit of land as well. Oh, that's more expensive. But we've got the trees on there, so we could do some logging as well. And maybe like wood chipping, do some wood chip burning. So we'll take that as well. Is this bit, that bit's part of the surrounding, but it can be bought for 0. So I think we'll buy that as well, because it's not going to cost us anything, so we might as well. Right, what else have we got? So we've got that potentially as well. Is that going to be... Oh, that's way out of budget now. Okay. So, we've got 2 fields. What we're going to need is a tractor. And I had eyed a tractor up before this Kubota appeared. Extra cheap. We'll come back. We'll have a look at what I was thinking initially. I think it's medium. Yes, medium. The Valtra Q series. So this is actually fairly new in the real world, as well as being new to Farming Simulator 22. And how much would we be able to... So we could lease that for 10.5 grand, and then we'd have a £2,000 daily charge on it. So we get the front 3 points. It's 230 horsepower. I don't know what the stowage setup does. Or we could go to 305 horsepower. How much does that? It doesn't add too much more. And we'd have a big, powerful tractor. I don't know. So that could do 305 horsepower. And then I was thinking of looking at this as a baler. So this came as part of the Vermeer pack, and this is a self-propelled baler. Do round bales. And yeah, but going for this, I probably want to do this or the big Valtra, because that's going to be another 10 grand leasing fee. Let's have a look at some pull-along balers, because the Valtra could do a nice pull-along baler. See, this one's literally just come out yesterday. That would be really good for doing silage, because you can wrap square bales with it. This one would work really well with a forage harvester. It's got the baler wrapper bit on it as well. These ones have got the windrower, so I wouldn't need to windrow up after mowing. I could literally just come along with this. It would shoot the bales out the back, and then, but they're quite high horsepower, and how much are they to lease? They're they're nearly 10 grand to lease. There's this little one. That'd be nice and cheap to lease to start off with. But with the issue with these, the thing I'm not a particular fan of is you've got to stop constantly. So you're constantly stopping to unload it, but could go with the tiny square baler with a view to upgrading it as soon as possible, or we could go with this version of it, because this is from the selectable bale capacity mod, which would mean that I can have the bales being more, so we wouldn't get as many bales out of it. That would be £1,000 to lease, although I don't think I can silage wrap that size of bale, can I? Bale wrappers. No, I can't wrap the tiny bales, that's the issue. So, it's do we go with something that's cheap? So, I think unless we go for the tiny one that we can't silage wrap, we're going to want the big tractor to pull it. So, unless we go for the self-propelled baler, do we go for the self-propelled baler, which drops us down to a smaller tractor? Let's pull the trigger, let's do that. And then we'll need to look at mowing gear. Mowers. That's 50,000 for a 6 metre cut. That works out at 6 metre cut for a bit less. Power wise, 75 and 95, that's 110. That's a 6 metre cut for 15,000. About that, that's 4 metres for 20. So those two combined would be 7 metres for 40,000. Let's get the Batwing, because that's nice and cheap. We'll go with those Mitas tyres because they're a bit chonkier. And for the sake of a couple of lights on the back, let's not go for those. We don't want it to mulch. And let's lease that. So we've got our mower sorted, we've got our baler sorted. We will need a windrower as well. Let's see, what have we got? Let's use this. That's a nice. It's 8.5 meters on that one, and it's from the Vermeer pack as well, so we can kind of streamline more Vermeer. That right. So windrow is done. Got our mower, we've got our windrower, we've got our baler. We will need a bale wrapper as well. And I am inclined to go for one of these. Now that one will do both and costs a little bit more. But I would say that gives us scope for increasing capacity in the future. Because if we change our baler, if that Vermeer baler is far too expensive for us to keep, and we change to a towed baler, if one comes up in the used equipment, for example, hang on, let's just double check. No, it wasn't in there. It was the bale loader. Right, sorry, let's go back to that. So if we go for that one, it's a little bit more, but I can't imagine leasing costs will be that much more. Wow, what a colour choice. Shall we go for a nice bright orange bale wrap? And that's going to cost us $17.79 to lease. Let's just check the other one, which is going to be 50, so an extra 200 on the lease cost and minimal more every day. We'll go for this one. We'll go with that. Go with that orange, or that orange. Let's go for that orange. Why not? Lease that. And now we need to pick a tractor to tow all of that around. So we have 106,000 in the bank. We could do the lease on the Valtra, or is it in here? Yes, the Kubota's in here. So there was a Kubota M7 in the used equipment that we could buy because it's only 57,000. That would then be ours. We wouldn't have any ongoing costs with it. The bank would be pretty empty. But is it worth it, I wonder? We can only put a Kubota front loader on it. Oh, this price is coming up rapidly. Okay, so let's leave the engine down at 128. That should power. Yes, that should power everything. Front loader. Right, I'm going to check front loaders quickly because I need to see if we've got a Kubota front loader. We have got a Kubota front loader. And probably that one. Let's check the combinations. Nope, that's the one for the M6. That's for the M8. Which one for the M7? Okay, so we've got Kubota front loaders, so we could do that, and then we'd own our tractor. I think we'll do that. We can always lease a more powerful tractor if we need one, or as time goes on. This will keep our ongoing costs down a bit. He says, desperately trying to justify it. Let's go for the 148. It's a little bit more expensive, but it just gives us that little bit of headroom over the top of what we need. I don't think we've got any equipment that needs more than 100 horsepower, but this will help us out going up hills and stuff like that. So let's buy it. I have the feeling that could either be a very expensive mistake or a great money saver. So let's hop to the vehicles. Here's our baler. I'm just slightly out on the oranges, aren't I? Those oranges are just ever so slightly out. Oops. Right. So let's take this and let's just do a start on mowing that field. Oh, I didn't think this through, going for a John Deere mower and a Kubota tractor, did I? The orange and green. That's not a good colour combination. Never mind. Zoom out a bit. Get the full view of this lovely colour clashing combination. don't think I've managed to mow down a pedestrian throughout the course of this live stream. I've definitely driven into a river, but the pedestrians have been safe at least. That's always good, isn't it? Where was that little cut through? I think it was just after the bridge. Yes, because the bridge goes over the river, doesn't it? Ooh, wind out. Car come in. And then there we are. Squeeze in. There's definitely some fence poles here. Yeah. And now we're stuck on the car.
Uh-oh.
Right. Just ignore all of this that's happening right now. Nothing is going on. You're not seeing anything. Nobody can see anything. Nothing's happening here. Right, in we get. Look at that. We made it into the field completely without any help whatsoever from having to lift the tractor up. Right, drop this down and let's get mowing. We are dropping the grass behind, that's good. These bushes will all start to disappear as well because I've got a bush cutting mod installed. You know, a big powerful flail mower like this in real life would just chew up something like that, so we will as well, why not? It'll leave the hedges though, don't worry. Hedges are safe. Trees might not be once I get a chainsaw. That's the thing as well, we need to buy a chainsaw, don't we? Let's do that now quickly. Where's the chainsaws? Chainsaws, there we go. Doesn't really make a difference at the moment, does it? Let's buy that one. Ooh, where'd we go? What happened? Game's gone fuzzy. I think this was an issue that happens when you buy a chainsaw. Or buy a specific chainsaw. So that's mowed up to there. Right. Okay. On that slightly blurry note, I think we will have to end because I'm going to have to restart the game. Thank you very much for watching. Please do jump on the like button. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, do subscribe. And turn on the notifications, that way you will know when I am set up to start streaming or when videos drop. Most importantly of all, thank you for taking the time out of your evening to watch. See ya.